Good afternoon and welcome. We're going to go ahead and get started. You keep eating. My name's Brenda Hellier, and I have the honor of serving as the Chancellor here at San Jacinto College. And I, along with the San Jacinto College Board of Trustees, welcome each of you to our 22 San Jacinto College State of the College. I'm really glad you're all here and enjoying our center, our LyondellBasell Center for Petrochemical Energy and Technology. And additionally, we are live streaming this event for employees and students. And so I just wanted to say hello to all the employees and students who are watching. And as I've been thinking about what I wanted to say today, I kept coming back to the people the college serves, and that's you. That's our students, our employees, our businesses and industry, our residents, our taxpayers, our community. And that's why we're here is you. We've been through a lot together in our 60-year history, but the San Jacinto commitment to each of you has never wavered. We have seen many changes together, and that change is not slowing down or stopping. And today I'm going to focus on three major areas. How do we do better to meet the evolving needs of our students? How do we address the changing landscape in hiring and retaining employees? And how do we more effectively meet the evolving needs of our business and community partners, which includes our workforce programs and our university transfer programs? And again, as we consider the future and what changes are needed, there's one thing that's not going to change. And that's our focus on our students, our people, and our community. We know that the diversity of those we serve means that there's not a one solution fits all. And so what we're looking at are multiple solutions, multiple options, multiple perspectives. Since we've come out of the pandemic, when almost everything that we were doing, all learning was online, our enrollment has shifted back to about 52% face-to-face on our academic courses, and more than 72% face-to-face on our technical courses. Before COVID, we were serving students at about 77% face-to-face on both academic and technical. I want you to take a look at this video, and it really contrasts the changes that have happened on our campuses. I hope you see the energy that's on our campuses. It's really both heartwarming and rewarding. We see more and more students on campus for classes and for events. We see more and more community members on campus, and it just really changes that inspiration that you just don't get from a virtual presence. It reminds us that we must meet students where they are, with the modalities and the campus experiences that they're seeking. And it keeps us focused on our evolution as an institution of higher education. It makes us realize we can't be static or complacent, and that we have to stay focused on what needs accomplished. And then here at San Jacinto College, that's our 5 strategic goals: student success, workforce and economic development, our people, continuous improvement, outreach, and partnerships. And as I reflect on these strategic goals, I realize that each one of them involves you in very significant ways. And I hope that you will see that the work at San Jacinto College is focused on all of those who we serve. But before I continue, I want to take a few minutes, and I need you to know it's going to be more than a few minutes because we've got a lot of introductions. And so I'm going to start with introductions, and I'll start with my bosses. At San Jacinto College, we're governed by a board of trustees. It's comprised of 7 elected citizens representing all areas of our taxing district. Each of the trustees serves 6-year terms, and they're committed to excellence, student success, fiscal responsibility, equity, and continuous improvement. And I can tell you, they truly have the best interests of our students, our community, and our employees at the heart of everything that they do. So board members, as I call your name, if you'll stand and remain standing until all have been introduced, and audience, please hold your applause until I tell you it's okay to applaud. So Marie Flickinger, our board chair, right over here. John Moon Jr., Keith Sinor, and Larry Wilson. Let's give them a round of applause. I thank each of them for their commitment to our students and their service to this college and our community. And I also want to introduce the San Jacinto College Foundation. That foundation was formed 26 years ago. It was formed to help students fund their higher education journey. And we know that there's many barriers that our students face, and finances is at the top of the list. Through the years, the San Jacinto College Foundation has raised millions of dollars in the support of student scholarships. They're continuing to do that. They have some big goals. And without the help of our foundation, many of our students wouldn't be able to reach their educational goals. So we have a quick video so you can hear more from our scholarship recipients and from some of our donors.
So receiving the scholarship actually was a big surprise to me. It landed in a time right before school when I got the notification, and I am the mother of 2 beautiful babies. So aside from the expenses of my own personal schooling, I have their schooling that I worry about also.
Receiving these scholarships have really lifted a weight off my shoulders. It's kind of helped pay for classes, giving me motivation to keep on going, and knowing that at one point someone's behind my back and believes in me and supports me all the way.
The impact of scholarships, it gives people a start. You know, some people can't afford to go to school. I think the scholarships give them that chance that they never thought they would actually have. And I think that's important, that the scholarships mean you can achieve your dreams.
The impact that we have on the families, it's financially, yes, but it's also a legacy of when one family member sees another going to college and they know they can do it too, they're going to do that as well.
So I am a first-generation student, college student, and with me being one of the older generations in my family, I've been talking to nieces and nephews, younger cousins, on what it is, the importance of college in general, the careers that we're choosing, to not be afraid to not be enrolled in college because of lack of funds, because there are people out there that are willing to assist. It's just us needing to reach out and look.
And it's important that networking is a key piece of that, to be a part of the scholarship program, you have to get involved with other people, and you can see other people on the same path as you.
It's definitely helped me be more involved, from talking to professors more, talking to other students in the same field as I am, and also meeting people that I can network outside, which will help me in my career in the future. It's also helped me look more into internships and talk to people that I'll know that can help me and mentor me through my degree in the future.
So yeah, the student gains the immediate impact of the Promise Scholarship. But in the end, our whole community is benefiting. Our local employers have a better employee base to choose from.
To the donors and to the people that make these scholarships possible, just thank you. Thank you for making students' lives just a little easier. When it comes to just purely studying and focusing on school, it gets a little stressful. And just thank you for making that life just a little bit easier.
So I'm going to introduce the foundation board members, and again, please stand as I call your name. All of you keep standing until I'm done, and then I'll tell you guys when you can clap. I know I'm a little bossy today, but we'll just have to go with it, okay? So Dean Barnes, Kelly Cleaver, Katie Crackle, Bob Davy, Arnold Davis Jr., Rick Guerrero, Rebecca Lilly, John Moon Jr., Mason Paris, Keith Sinor, Brenda Thompson, Ken Unfried, Connie Valeris, and Terry Zamora. Let's give them a round of applause. We couldn't do what we do for students without this foundation board and their leadership. And I also want to introduce Robert Cage, who serves as our executive director of our foundation. Where's Robert? Give us a wave, Robert. And thank you. He's only been with us since July, but he sure sees what we're doing, and he's a powerhouse in fundraising. So when he calls, take his phone call. I thank you again for that important work that you're doing. We're also fortunate to have the support of many elected officials in our region, from our local mayors, our city council members, our county commissioners, our school district boards, and to those who serve us in Austin and in Washington, D.C. And I really want to personally thank each of our elected officials for working with us on issues that are important for our students, for our employees, and for our community. It's nice to know that I can reach out to any of you on issues and get support and get resolution. Or when I really have some crazy ideas, you'll tell me no. You don't tell me no very often because you know I don't handle it well, but I really appreciate all of you. In the end, we have a delegation that's really committed to doing what's right for our community. They work together for the betterment of our community. So I have a long list of elected officials, and again, not that I like to tell them what to do very often, but stand, remain standing, and then I'll tell the audience when they can clap. So Hudson Peterson with the office of U.S. Senator John Cornyn. William Carter with the office of U.S. Representative Brian Babin. Angie Wells, Congresswoman Sylvia Garcia's office. Senator Larry Taylor, Texas Senate District 11. Mays Middleton, our Texas State Senator-elect, is on his way. Oh, he's here? Right there. Okay. That was like great timing. Ed Thompson, Texas House Representative District 29. Brenda Diaz, representing office of Senator Carol Alvarado. Beverly Ferguson, representing Senator Mays Middleton. Rashad Cave, representing Texas Senator John Whitmire. Faye Picard, representing the office of Dr. Greg Bonin, Texas Representative. Christine Descavona, office of Representative Briscoe Kane. And then Brandy Groth, office of Representative Ed Thompson. All right, let's give that group a round of applause. You can sit. I don't want your desserts to go bad or anything. So, and then I'm going to introduce our local elected officials. Jeff Wagner, the mayor of City of Pasadena, please stand. Thomas Schoenbein, City of Pasadena City Council. Kevin Cole, mayor of City of Pearland. John Keeney, mayor of the City of Taylor Lake Village. Bob Davy, city councilman of the City of Taylor Lake Village. And then Liz Sitta, chief administrator for the office of Commissioner Stacey Adams. Let's give them a round of applause also. Again, I want to thank all of you for your continued support of San Jacinto College and our students. I would be remiss if I didn't let our state legislators know that I have lots of trips scheduled to Austin for this next legislative session. You'll be seeing a lot of Terry and myself because of the important work that's coming out of the Community College Finance Commission. So keep your doors open, know that we're coming. And to our federal elected officials, Terry and myself and a couple of our board members have a trip already planned to DC in February. So just know that we're going to be tracking you down. We've always got federal issues too. And then I also want to recognize the strategic leadership team here at San Jacinto College. Their names are on the screen, and if they could stand, this group is committed to student success, diversity, making sure we're creating the real world environment. They need a round of applause because they have to work with me every day. They probably need a few prayers too, since they're working with me every day. So I really appreciate the team and all that they do. And now I'd like to ask all the members of the audience who are veterans or anyone who's currently serving in the military to please stand and be recognized. Would our veterans and our military please stand? We appreciate you so much. We live in the greatest country in the world, and it's because of the dedication and the service of our military, active military and our veterans. And so just again, thank you. And we also have quite a few first responders in the audience today. And so I'm going to ask them to stand also, our police departments and everybody else that's here. So let's give our first responders. I got nervous. There was a whole table of police officers, and I thought maybe I'd done something wrong. I hadn't ran a light this week, I promise. So, but I want to thank them for keeping our community safe. Without you, I'd hate to think what kind of place we would live in. And so I'm on now to my comments for today. And as I said earlier, that one of the areas I wanted to focus on was how we are meeting the evolving needs of our students. At San Jacinto College, we know we're the caretakers of our students' hopes and dreams. And this is a responsibility that we don't take lightly. Throughout our history and the recent challenging times, we have really remained focused on student success and providing a quality educational experience to each person who comes through our doors. We have remained focused on students completing what they start. That starts with a course, a semester, but ultimately an educational journey leading to a credential and a better life. And I'm happy to report to you that last year, the academic year that just ended in August, we awarded 8,114 credentials, which is a record for us. Pretty amazing. The awards represent 5,696 associate degrees and 2,418 certificates. These awards, these credentials, were earned by 6,675 unique students. That is the largest number of unique students in the history of San Jacinto College who have completed a credential in one academic year. Over each of the past 5 years, our number of graduates have been right around 5,800. And so this increase to 6,675 is an increase of 15.6% over the prior year. It is amazing. In case you're wondering why there's so many more awards than unique students, that's because our students can earn both a certificate and a degree, or they can earn multiple certificates. We have stacked our credentials so that certificates lead to degrees with more courses and more hard work. The graduates and the credentials that they have earned are an incredible demonstration of their dedication, their grit, and their commitment. I'm so absolutely proud of them. One of the things that we've done this year is really trying to meet the evolving needs of our students was a restructure of our student support services. We have learned that we need to take a more holistic approach in supporting the individual needs of every student. We've created a focus on accessibility services neurodiversity support resources, mental health counseling, student engagement and support, along with expanding our SJC markets and our laptop loaner program. Our accessibility services team provide accommodations for students with a documented disability. The role of the accessibility services counselor is to facilitate accommodations for students while also serving as a resource and a support to them. Accommodations for students are individualized to meet their needs. And in just this last year, we've worked with more than 950 students on individualized support. It's like extended test times, limited distraction testing, interpretive services, assistive technology like calculators or special software, or helping them with the ability to audio record class lectures because that's not always the case, that's allowable. And so after learning more about what students are need, we lay out the groundwork of what was needed in a neurodiversity resource center. We heard about those needs. And so this resource center supports students that identify as neurodiverse to help them with their academic, their professional, and their personal goals. So what is neurodiversity? It encompasses students with autism, ADHD, dyslexia, dysgraphia, dyscalculia, and Tourette's. Neurodiversity is really about how an individual may experience and interact with the world, and how do we help them with those supports. The Resource Center provides one-on-one meetings for students to help determine what their goals are, and then we help figure out what supports need to be put in place for them to support those goals. We help connect students with additional supports we have on campus, and if we don't have the right supports, we find them an off-campus resource. The other aspect that we're providing through our Neurodiversity Resource Center is really helping to educate the campus community. We want them to understand what neurodiversity is. So one of the goals is that we are going to help educate faculty and staff. And so in this spring semester, we are kicking off our Autism Ally program. And this program is for faculty and staff to come have some training and to really understand the supports that they can put in place in their classroom or in their offices to help students on the autism spectrum. We also learned that the pandemic changed the way we think about mental health. And so we've seen the stories, we've read the articles, and we have definitely seen an increase in stress and anxiety affecting many individuals, but we're seeing that with our students also. And so we've put a stronger focus on providing mental health resources for our students. We have counselors who are providing awareness, education, and counseling. We offer student groups, we offer group support. We offer individual counseling. We offer counseling virtually or in person, and we find them additional resources through some of our community nonprofit agencies. We're also providing training again to faculty and to staff so that they're aware of warning signs. If they're aware, they're in a much better situation to help identify, to help reach out to our mental health counselors. And at San Jacinto College, we're really trying to remove the stigma that's often associated with mental health illness. And we want to help provide solutions to help students through the current situation and give them some resources to rely on for the future. Many of our students are our first generation to college, actually about 42% are. And many of them are also first time in college, and so they want the full college experience. Our new student engagement and support department helps to provide that full college experience. They're listening to students and they're helping design what they need. So let me share with you just a few of the activities that we have in place in our student engagement and support team. Our SJC marketplace. We've expanded that to provide more than just food. We're also providing personal hygiene products, clothing, cleaning supplies, and other items that are needed when people don't have enough resources. We tried to make it more of a marketplace. Cafe meals are free hot meals provided on campus to students that are in need. LEAD SJC is a comprehensive leadership program. It's designed for students to help them build awareness around inclusivity and diversity, equity. It helps them cover workforce and transfer processes, personal well-being, community engagement, and civic engagement. We want to give them an opportunity to understand what leadership requires. Also, our students discover that we have a vibrant student life on our campuses. We have, if there's a group you want, we can definitely make sure that we have it here. Groups like student government, the anime club, our gaming organizations, our honor club, our Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society, our science clubs, religious clubs, process technology club, the steel drum band, and the choir. And the list just goes on and on. And so it is a really vibrant campus across all of our campuses. And I do want to take a moment to recognize one of our graduates, Felice Reyes, who's here today with us. Let me tell you about Felice. She was recently recognized as a 2022 New Century Pathways Workforce Scholar. This is a scholarship program that's sponsored by the Coca-Cola Foundation, the Coca-Cola Scholars Foundation, the American Association of Community Colleges, and the Phi Theta Kappa National Honor Society. So one student from every state is honored with this award. And it really is based on their contributions and what they see for the future that this person is going to contribute to the workplace. And we're honored that the Texas recipient was from San Jacinto College. Felice. I don't know where Felice is. Where is she? Why don't you stand up? Right back there, Felice. Thank you for being here. Pretty amazing to be the Texans represented across the state or across the nation, and we're very proud of you. She came to us, she already had a bachelor's degree. She came back to San Jac to earn an associate degree in information technology applications and computer programming. And she's now doing freelance computer programming work with the dream of one day opening her own business. She got involved when she was here, and she was part of Phi Theta Kappa. And so, Felice, again, we're just really, really proud of you. And I'm going to grab a drink of water. In the end, what we're trying to create here is an enriched learning environment. We've got great classrooms, but we want our students to have the opportunity to excel. And how do we put in place whatever supports are needed? And the opportunity for San Jacinto College as we continue to find the appropriate supports is how do we really support and connect with our 42,000 students? And our 42,000 students come from all walks of life. And so we're constantly looking at what else do we need to be doing? While we have moved past the pandemic at San Jacinto College, we continue to build on the lessons that we learned during that time, which includes providing more flexibility for our students while still maintaining the highest standards of high quality education. And what we're finding is that more of our students want 100% online learning environment. And so we've kept our virtual supports in place, we kept our virtual course offerings, and starting with spring 2023, we will have 60 certificates and degree options that can be earned 100% online. We will brand these fully online degree programs as San Jac Online. And with this, it really offers our students from the moment they apply and register for classes to when they apply for graduation, a network of supports that are in place to support the online student. And they can complete from wherever they are. San Jac Online is causing us to reconsider how we operate in many parts of the college. We're working now on those reconsiderations, and we'll be ready for the rollout in January of Sanjack Online. And while we understand that more of our students want that online option, we also know we've got a lot of students preferring to come to campus. They're here physically, and they're enjoying our campus each and every day. And they're looking for more modern, sustainable, and technologically advanced facilities. They want lots of spaces for collaboration, and they want spaces for personal interaction with our faculty. I think we have met their expectations as we have completed the major work of our Sanjack Tomorrow 2015 bond program. That program has included building 13 new state-of-the-art facilities. It's included renovating 14 very old facilities. And this major construction work was really focused on addressing the needs of our students and providing our faculty the best environment for teaching, and making sure that we were here listening to our business and industry partners and our community partners, which is exactly how this facility was designed. I'm happy to tell you that all of our 2015 construction projects came in under budget and on time. And that's especially amazing considering COVID and supply chain issues. And so I'm just really proud of our construction team. I know we've got several members of the team here, Chuck, Brian. I think we've got Tellefson and Page and Siemens. Would you all stand? I really just want to give you a big round of applause. Thank you. And currently, we're redeploying savings from projects, and we are using those to address deferred maintenance needs throughout the college. And not really sexy things, but like roofs and sewer lines, that kind of thing. And so you're going to continue to see construction activity over the next few years. And we also have set aside a contingency so we're ready for future opportunities that may come our way. And as we have progressed through our bond programs, we really developed a philosophy around sustainability and optimization. And we have found that both of those are important issues for our students and for our employees. And so you'll see those concepts built throughout our facilities. I'm going to ask you to take a look at this video because it'll really let you see what we've done to our modern day facilities. So that building that was featured was here on our central campus. It is our Anderson Ball building. It's right across the park here. And it is amazing. If you have time, go over there. It's a cool facility. It produces approximately 40% of the energy needs for that building through rooftop solar panels. And if you get a chance, go up on the third floor. There's a great historical pictorial of the college history. But it is a modern facility that really is designed around lowering operating costs. But then again, giving our students and our faculty and our staff what they need to really have outstanding space. Everything we do to support our students as they advance through San Jacinto College to earn their certificate or their credential is designed with the next steps in mind. We don't consider Sanjack to be the end for our students. Some are going directly into the workplace. Some are transferring, earning a bachelor's degree, and then going into the workplace. And on either path, we want them to be successful. And so for our students who are aiming to earn a bachelor's degree as their next step, we want to make sure they have the opportunity for seamless transfer to a university in which all of their college credits will transfer towards a degree. In the last 5 years, we've had 14,607 students who have transferred from San Jacinto College to a university partner. On the screen, you see our top 5 university partners. And these are institutions that really have worked to align our work together. These are institutions that I believe we have a strong partnership with, and they are committed to our students. I want to highlight some of the work that we're doing with our university partners to benefit our transfer students. Regionally, we're part of an initiative by the University of Houston called Guided Pathways to Success, or Houston GPS. This is an initiative that brings together partners from 7 community colleges and 6 universities so that we can address alignment around transfer. It's so that students from the community colleges who transfer can do it easily and, again, not lose college credit. The faculty at these institutions are meeting together, and they're really trying to address that alignment. They're looking at student learning outcomes from community college courses and how they align to that next course they would take at the university. And then we're working on changes that might need to be made to be better aligned. All of the Houston GPS institutions are advancing a culture of timely graduation, and they are really stressing the importance of students staying on track on a degree plan. And in addition to the Houston GPS work, we're also working with the University of Houston Clear Lake on a national grant focused on accelerating transfer reform strategies. And it's just focused on the 2 institutions, but it's an aggressive plan to make sure that we're eliminating these barriers on transfer. I'm also excited about a partnership that San Jacinto College has with Lamar University, and it was developed to support our students on a pathway to a Bachelor of Science in Industrial Technology. The degree plan builds on the completion of Associate of Applied Science degree here at San Jacinto College. It then allows students to take 15 additional hours, and then they transfer to Lamar for the last 45 hours of a bachelor degree. It is an amazing alignment, and working with Lamar, we have identified 11 of our associate degrees that will transfer into this program and really help people get into the next pathway at their workplace. And one of those is around process technology, but again, a great program. I also want to mention the Take Flight program with Rice University. This program helps support high-achieving STEM students who are graduating here at San Jac and are interested in pursuing a 4-year degree at Rice. The program provides campus tours for our students to go to Rice, conversations for our students to have with Rice students and other admission specialists, and then access to exclusive on-campus seminars. Additionally, there are paid summer internships where our Take Flight students can get paid for doing research with Rice faculty. What a great program. These are the kinds of transfer experiences and incentives and partnerships that's really important to San Jacinto College, to our students, but really for the whole community. And we are constantly looking at how we can expand them. I also want to mention the community colleges in the region. There are 9 community colleges serving this Gulf Coast region. We're known as the Gulf Coast Consortium of Community Colleges. Our enrollment at these 9 community colleges is around 180,000 students. And we work closely together to bring awareness to the value of a community college credential, not only in this region, but across the state. And we work closely together on a state legislative agenda. And we've got several of our university partners and our community college partners in the audience, and I'd like to recognize them, and I'm going to ask them to stand. We have Robert Exley and Michael Beck with Alvin Community College. I think they're over here somewhere. Stand up. No applause yet. So Matthew Taylor with Rice University, Associate Provost. Donna Lang, Texas A&M University at Galveston, Associate Vice President. Richard Walker, U of H Clear Lake President. and Chris Maynard, U of H Clear Lake Senior VP. We also have Deborah Borderline from U of H Downtown, a provost, and Andres Garcia, University of Texas at Tyler, a director. Let's give them a round of applause because they're amazing partners. Thank you all for being here, and just thanks for your great work with us. Additionally, I want to talk about our Promise program. We started it in 2020. You heard about it on the video. We did it in 2020 as a pilot program with 3 Pasadena high schools. And then thanks to that $30 million donation we received in 2021 from Mackenzie Scott, we've expanded it to all of our tax-paying school districts' students. And so that's about 8,000 students a year that are eligible. And with that, they are eligible to earn a debt-free certificate here or an associate degree. And I like to say it's a promise between us and the students. The students don't get it for free. They've got to maintain a 2.0 GPA. They have to perform. They have to come full-time or taking at least 12 hours a semester. And they have to earn their credential within 3 years. And in return, we're going to help them so that they have the financial means to make sure they complete that credential. For our May 2022 graduates, or out of our high schools, that's our cohort that's enrolled with us right now. We have 2,845 students enrolled as Promise Scholars. And I know it's pretty great, right? We're really excited about what's happening also then with the Promise class of 2023. Right now, as of this week, 72% or 5,385 of those seniors have pledged, and 3,400 of them have filled out their applications. You got to put this in context. Those pledges and applications aren't even due until February 16th. And so there's a lot of excitement for this program. We had some 8th graders on campus a few weeks ago, and one of the young girls was talking with her friends, and she said, I can come to San Jac on that Promise program. Pretty powerful. And that's exactly what we're doing here is we are committed to the Promise at San Jac program. We're committed as an institution. Our board's committed to the program. Our employees are committed. And our Promise Scholars are committed to earning their credentials. And while we've got the Mackenzie Scott donation, and that was our seed money, we're raising an additional $10 million. We announced that in May of this year. And we want those additional resources in hand to make sure that we can sustain this program for generations to come, for students to come, their families, and our entire community. We've raised right under $2 million towards that $10 million goal. And so Robert will meet you at the door if you're interested. Just look for him. But seriously, this is a program that can really change the economic and social mobility of our community. And we work really closely with our school district partners. And I have to tell you that the leadership at our school districts represent some of the top in the state. There's a passion and a real commitment to make sure that their kids learn, our kids learn, and that they excel. We have some amazing dual credit programs with every one of our school district partners. And this fall, we have 6,574 dual credit students enrolled. These are high school students taking college courses. We work closely together between the school districts and the community college to make sure that there's a seamless transition for those high school students. We want them taking college courses that are on the right degree plan. We want that alignment from their endorsement to our degrees to what they want to do in the future. And so that is important from the start. During this past academic year, we had 758 high school students earn an associate degree 2 weeks before they graduated from high school. That's pretty amazing. So I just think that is amazing. And we all know that building that college culture starts way before high school. And so we work with our school districts at elementary ages. We work with them with the middle school because we need to be doing these outreach efforts together. And I want to give a shout out to the school district partners that are in the audience. We have Stephen Harrell, the superintendent, and Rhonda Kuba, deputy superintendent from Deer Park. Please stand. No applause yet. Hold on. Sean Johnstone with HISD District Administration. Walter Jackson, Superintendent, LaPorte ISD. Tony Lopez, Associate Superintendent, Pasadena ISD, and Troy McCarley from Pasadena ISD. King Davis from Sheldon ISD, Superintendent. And I don't know if Tori Hill made it from Channelview. He was on his way, but let's give them a round of applause because they are outstanding leaders. That alignment from those school districts to this community college is absolutely important, and it starts at the leadership. And so I thank you for your passion and for your work with us. And our employees at San Jacinto is what makes this college amazing, and that's all I can say. It's our employees. The college accomplishes so much for students because our people are truly talented and innovative. They are focused on removing barriers for our students. Our people are diverse in opinions and in varying perspectives, but we're all united around one common purpose, ensuring that our students are successful in completing what they start and achieving their dreams. And in fact, it's the diversity of our strengths and experiences that really help make this place an amazing place to work. It's a workplace that's focused on continuous improvement. Like many of you over the past few years, we have experienced challenges around hiring and maintaining people. We've had increased retirements. We've had difficulty in recruiting and retaining. And this year we took a lot of steps to try to be competitive in the workplace. We put significant pay increases into the place. We did market premiums for high demand areas. We have more flexible remote work options, adjustments to our holiday schedule, including adding a flexible holiday and expanding our employee leadership and development programs. And we've also put in place an employee referral program. We will continue to see additional recruitment and retention strategies this year because we're aggressive around making sure we get the best people. And I'll put a plug in. We got positions posted. We have faculty, we have student support areas, we got areas. Take a look at our website, share that website, and just know that San Jacinto College is a great place to work. Our college employees are committed to our core value of inclusivity, which encourages each of us to grow through understanding and respecting the diversity of cultures, experiences, and perspectives. To help us better understand areas of the college where we needed to improve, we started looking at what needed to be done, and we created a Council of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusivity. This council consists of 25 employees who coordinate the work of 12 teams, and these are 120 employees then total on those teams looking at our operations. They got a full-time job, and then they do this council work also. They're researching and recommending ways that San Jacinto College can better serve the needs of our students, our employees, and our communities. They're looking at curriculum, student resources, student outcomes, employee outcomes, student voices, professional development, and then also policy language. And our work around diversity, equity, inclusivity, or DEI, is helping us really take a hard look, a critical look at ourselves and identify opportunities for enhancement. DEI isn't just letters. It's the work and the training that our employees are doing with passion and pride to make sure that we're eliminating equity gaps within this institution. It's work because we're doing it to make sure that we're creating a welcoming and opening environment. We want to provide courses and experiences that are inclusive and make our students feel a part of San Jac. We want our students to recognize themselves when they're on campus as they're going through curriculum and course materials. And we want them to feel secure expressing themselves and their opinions and their stories, no matter their race, their ethnicity, their age, their gender, or their sexual preference. And I can't say enough about the commitment of our students or of our employees to our students. They are really just amazing. Everything is focused on how do we eliminate barriers for our students. I'm going to ask you to take a look at this video real quick. Kind of service our students get every day. And it's really, again, it's our employees that make the difference at this institution and make sure that we are serving our students and we're removing the barriers. San Jacinto College has had a 61-year history with you, our community. We've been committed to being a resource to the community, and we believe in the responsibility we have to help achieve social and economic mobility of all members of our community. We take that responsibility very seriously. We know that we're relied on to be the preferred workforce training partner, and again, we take that role seriously. We have brought industry partners to the table alongside us to evaluate our programs so that we can ensure that students are getting the right workforce training, that they're getting the right training to be productive. We have formed Chancellor Advisory Councils in Maritime, Petrochem, and Aerospace. And through these councils, we meet with business leaders to listen to them tell us what's needed, to have them provide what's needed by them to get the workforce that they need. They tell us what we're doing that works and what needs improved. And our role is first to listen and then to figure out where the improvements need to be made. This year, we started additional Chancellor Advisory Councils. We have one in cybersecurity and cloud computing, and then also global logistics. And just last month, we kicked off a Chancellor's Advisory Council on biotechnology. And we'll also be reestablishing our Chancellor's Advisory Council on nursing and health professionals. And I know there's a lot of hospital partners in the audience today, and I've been telling you, we're going to be calling you. We need to address this workforce shortage together. And I look forward to being able to report to you in the future about the work of these councils. They really make a difference in how we address the needs of the community and in the workforce areas. And as we evaluate our workforce outcomes, we're also implementing strategies so that students in the workforce can get into the workforce more quickly. We're doing competency-based education, getting that implemented, and we're doing prior learning assessments. That's because we want to make sure that we're putting strategies in place to allow students to earn credit for past experiences and how that can lead into college credit. San Jacinto College is leading workforce and economic development training in many areas and in many programs. And we're constantly looking at ways to respond to the critical workforce needs and how do we upskill and reskill the people in our region. In the past, you heard me talk about our petrochemical and maritime programs. They're doing outstanding, and we've got many of those partners in the room. But today, I just want to highlight a couple of other programs. First of all, our industrial trade graduates are building roads, they're constructing buildings, they're welding pipes, and they keep the lights on, keep the HVAC going. And then we have our first responder graduates who are protecting our community, our fire protection program, our EMT programs. Our healthcare graduates provide high quality healthcare in hospitals in other medical offices in the community. I was talking to some of the healthcare providers. We have LVN, ADN, we have our BSN program, we've got graduates, and we've got expanded cohorts. Our information technology and business graduates are active in the business world. And then we have our early childhood program that's preparing teachers. And we also have technicians in our automotive program, and we'll be adding a new program attached to our automotive program. In just a few months, we're going to start training the technicians that are operating the bots that are delivering food and products in certain areas of Houston. Sounds like a really exciting program. And we also have our engineering and aerospace technology graduates, and they're taking us into new worlds. Our Edge Center, you heard me talk about it before. It's been designated as the official training facility for the Houston Spaceport. And we're excited to continue to work down there with the Houston Spaceport, the Johnson Space Center. And to support that work, we've had 227 students complete aerospace technician courses. Most of them are moving into the next advanced level. 23 of them are working in aerospace companies. And then we also have another 50 being trained through a state grant, and those 50 will also be employed in the aerospace industry. Additionally, we've had 177 people complete our drone and USA flight operations training. Most of these students were already employed, and their employers sent them back so that they could get this training, because they're working at petrochemical companies, they're working at the fire department or at police departments. And so that program's expanding also down there. We're also working on the next phase with that Aerospace Advisory Council, because there's additional programs they want to roll out as expansion continues. At San Jacinto College, our workforce philosophy is built around listening, responding, innovating, and exceeding employer expectations. The last year we ramped up our fast track programs that got students into class and helped them get into workforce programs in 6 to 12 months. We were able to use federal funds to help us with these, and along with governor's emergency education funds. And it was really designed, how do you remove barriers and get people into the workforce quickly? And our focus was also on making sure they had livable wages. Just this last week, the Texas Higher Education Coordinating Board announced that San Jacinto College's Fast Track program had been selected as a 2022 Star Award, because it was advancing the state's Building a Talent Strong Texas Higher Education Plan. We'll get that award in the 1st of December. But since this program has been in place since last fall, we have provided $2.3 million to 1,250 students who are now on a fast track to earning their credentials. And these are in credit and non-credit programs. The average age of these students on the non-credit side is 35. And on the credit side, it's 26. They're earning credentials, they're upskilling in programs such as welding, cybersecurity, electrical technology, HVAC, diesel, commercial truck driving, and global logistics. I think those are all areas we've heard are in high demand. And we were also able to support more than 700 students in 40 different programs with our Finish Line program. And that's a scholarship that was funded again by the governor's Emergency Education Relief Fund. And the average age of these students is 28. They had some college, but not a credential. And so we're helping them get back in, get educated, and get that credential to get into the workforce. And we're excited. When we think about the future of these programs, we know they're really important programs. We were lucky to get COVID dollars. And so what we're doing is looking at other grant opportunities, and then also looking at private philanthropy in making sure how we meet the workforce needs. And again, it's about connecting meaningful, rewarding careers to our community. So when I think about the work that's being done, it's really about making sure, how do we meet those workforce needs, and making sure that we're being responsive. And we don't do it alone, right? We work with our chambers of commerce to make sure that we're dealing with being a workforce partner. And with our chambers, we're active with them. We're involved with 13 chambers of commerce because they promote business, and we need to be at the table with them. And I'd like to recognize the chamber leaders in the audience. If you could stand, chamber leaders, let's give you a round of applause. I think there's quite a few of them. We also work with our economic development partners. There's 4 of them that we're involved with. We're involved with the Greater Houston Partnership, the Economic Alliance of the Houston Port Region, the Lake Houston Partnership, and the Bay Area Houston Economic Partnership. We support those organizations support businesses in our region, existing businesses, but they're also huge at recruiting new businesses to the Gulf Coast area. I'd like the leaders of those groups to please stand and be recognized. Where are they? If you aren't a member of these chambers or economic development groups, I encourage you to get involved. It really takes all of us, and that partnership and the leadership across this Gulf Coast region is powerful. And it is really how I think we're able to recruit new businesses. And I just want all of them to know Sanjac's committed to leading the way in being a quality workforce training partner. I'd be remiss, and I don't even know if he's here. Is Bob Mitchell here? Okay, well, tell him I was going to give a thank you to him since he's retiring, but let's move on then, right? If you see Bob, tell him we appreciated everything. I should have warned him, right? All right. So in addition to our focus on meeting the workforce needs, I'm going to highlight just a couple of our community partnerships. We're a community college. We need to be involved. And in September, we partnered with LyondellBasell for the Global Day of Caring to distribute more than 2,500 trees to members of our community. LyondellBasell did that in 2.5 hours. Pretty amazing, right? Our employees and our students are in the community volunteering, school supply drives. They're volunteering at STEM events, the Armand Bayou Nature Center, Salvation Army, Rotary clubs, and it's just amazing, but we need to be connected. And this past year, we had a partnership with companies and organizations called I Care for Kids Foundation. It also included the Houston Health Department, the Prevent Blindness Texas, the University of Houston College of Optometry, and Walmart. More than 1,200 Pasadena ISD students received glasses that day. 333 received medical referrals through this program. It's called the See to Succeed program. The program covers the cost of frames, the prescription lenses, and emergency medical care. A lot of these kids had never had this opportunity and couldn't perform in school because they couldn't see. Another amazing event is our Mind Trekkers event. So we're working to kick that off again. Mind Trekkers is an event for 6th graders, that are in our taxing school districts. We began this program back in 2017. We've had more than 29,000 6th graders on our campuses. They come and they learn about STEM. It's kind of a big science carnival. And they learn about science, and they're having fun. During the day, we have large groups of 6th graders that come, and then at night we do a family day. We hadn't been able to do it since COVID, but we're looking at kicking it off again this year, and we'll be able to bring about 4,000 6th graders onto campus. I know it does kind of cause chaos on a college campus, but we really love it. And additionally, our recruiters are out and about, and they're at community events, they're at job fairs, they're at career fairs. So if there's an event that you think we need to be at and we're not, let us know. We're here to be your resource. I hope you can see that San Jacinto College is an active part of this community. We've been here for more than 60 years. We're planning to be here more than in the next 60 years. And as I conclude this event, I just want to thank each of you on behalf of the Board of Trustees and myself for being here. I want to thank you for your support of the college, and thank you for making our community a great place to live, work, and raise a family. As we move into this next year, we know that we've got to continue to build on our successes. We've got to build on our outcomes, and we have to build on how we better serve our students and our employees in our community. And we have to continue to reset, rethink, and innovate, knowing that you're always on our mind and that we want to be your partner. Again, we know we have to continue to be relevant and we have to meet your needs. The booklet at your setting gives you a few highlights of what's happened here over this last year. One of the booklets at the tables has a sunflower on the back. That person gets the flowers. And I just want to thank you again for being here. I'm sorry I kept you a little long. Thank you for your partnership.